Hello, in this video I'm going to be looking at the newest Clan Challenge event in which you can earn, of course, the new M46 Jaguar tank. I'll be going over in this video essentially what you need to do to earn the tanks and of course the event currency, which are steel ingots, just like most of the previous events. But starting off with the event itself, you do need 1000 steel ingots to be able to earn the M46 Jaguar completely for free. However, once you reach 600 ingots, you are able to buy the tank for gold, if you do want to do that. And this aspect is pretty important because buying the tank for gold does actually allow you to earn, well, get 2 Clan Challenge tanks from this event, compared to if you didn't spend gold, you'd only be able to earn 1. So, of course, other than the M46 Jaguar, there are 3 other tanks in the store which you can buy for steel ingots in these bundles. There is the 50 TP prototype, which was the first clan event tank, hence why it is so cheap for 50 ingots. The Waffenträger Ritter, which is 750 ingots, the second clan event tank, and then of course the Bat-Chatillon Avenir, which was the third event tank, hence why it is almost the same cost as getting the Jaguar. But in total, 4 tanks which you can choose from for this event. Now I will go over how you actually get these tanks. So this event format is essentially identical to the event for the Waffenträger Ritter, which was essentially just be in a clan, do your clan missions, and then play in clan platoons to get medals, and you will be able to earn the tank for free. This time it is steel ingots, unlike last time for the clan tickets, but I believe there will be some bundle in store where you can exchange those clan tickets for something. I'm not sure what exactly. But let's get into what you can earn. So each day, of course, there are your daily missions in the mission tab. In total, you can earn 16 ingots per day from this mission tab, and that is 16 times 21, a total of 336 for the entire event. Next, there are your weekly clan missions, 20 for one of them, 30 for the other. So in total you get 50 per week, and this event, as it is 3 weeks long, does give you a total of 150. And then you get 15 ingots per completed clan mission stage or progress bar at the top of your clan's event screen, well, mission screen, which you do get on Monday of the following week each week. And for this, there are 15 per stage, a total of 10 stages, so you can earn up to 150 of these per week, or a total of 450. Now all of this just from missions, not counting the platoon medals, will give you a total of 936 ingots. Remember, you need 1000 to buy the tank, so 936 isn't quite enough. But if you do have a bit of gold saved up, you will be able to buy the tank. So the ingots are 18 gold each, so if you do only do the clan missions and don't platoon at all, you will need to spend 1152 gold just to get that last 64 ingots from completing only missions and not doing any platoons for medals. However, if you do platoon for medals, you can see here each platoon medal for Brothers in Arms and Crucial Contribution will give you 5 steel ingots, and in total you can earn 200, 100 for Brothers in Arms and 100 for Crucial Contribution. So for free in this event you can earn a total of 1136 steel ingots, which does give you enough for any one tank from this event. However, let's say you wanted 2 tanks, you missed one of the tanks from the previous event, and now you want to spend the gold to be able to get 2 tanks in total from this event. That is possible. So if you do get up to 600 steel ingots on this progress bar, you will be allowed to spend gold. The gold cost will be 7,200, and that will unlock the M46 Jaguar for you. So once you have the M46 Jaguar, you can continue to progress in the event and earn steel ingots. That would give you enough to buy any of the other tanks in this event page, which means that once you get the M46 Jaguar, you could also choose the Batschation 25T Avenir, the 50 TP prototype, or the Waffenträger Ritter. Of course, if you chose the 50 TP prototype, it would be a much easier grind than the Batschation Avenir, for example, because of course it costs 450 instead of 900, and even after spending the gold, you will still have to grind a significant amount of the event, just because you do need enough ingots to actually redeem these bundles. So in total, if you do spend that 7,200 gold to get the Jaguar quickly, you will have an extra 400 ingots for this event, giving you a total of 1,536. So you can go do the math, look at the prices of the tank bundles in store, and then you'll see how much you really need to be grinding, because of course 1,536 minus the 600 which you would have already spent on the Jaguar would give you a total of 936, which means an almost full grind for the Avenir, fairly full grind for the Waffenträger Ritter, and if you're missing the 50 TP prototype, it should be no problem for you to get, as that will be basically just a walk in the park. But yeah, you can actually earn 2 tanks if you do spend the gold. But now let's actually talk about the tank rewards themselves. So in total there are 4 tanks you can choose, of course. The main newest one would be the M46 Jaguar. If you were to rank these and say, oh, which one's best, which one should I really go for, this is my first clan event, it sort of depends what tank you actually prefer to play. If you want a heavy tank, of course the 50 TP prototype, a light tank, the Avenir, the tank destroyer playstyle for the Ritter, and then of course a medium tank with the Jaguar. But of course, some people are just going to be going for the best tanks. So what truly are the best tanks out of all of these? So I just want to preface this next section where I rank the tanks. I'm not ranking them based on how good they are, because arguably these are all great tier 9 vehicles. I'm ranking them sort of on their unique factor and how interesting they are to play. Hence why I'm putting the 50 TP prototype first, as it is a fairly unique, interesting vehicle. The Waffenträger Ritter second, as it's one of a kind really in its traits and gameplay. The Jaguar third, because just it does have unique traits and differences to other medium tanks in the game compared to the Batschation Avenir, which I'm putting last because it plays essentially identical to all the other French light tanks in the game. That's not to say the Avenir, the Jaguar are worse than the 50 TP prototype or the Ritter for tier 9 in general, but it's just a ranking based on how interesting they are for their gameplay and unique aspect. But yeah, on to the tanks. Well, number 1 would probably be this, the 50 TP prototype. This is an amazing, basically MBT heavy tank in tier 9. It has great accuracy, it's got decent armour, and it has very good mobility for a heavy tank. So here you can see its armour. It does have some weak points on the hull, but it is still quite troll. And consider that this tank does go very fast at a top speed of 45 base, but up to 49 with gear oil. It is a very mobile vehicle considering this armor profile that it has. On top of this, it's got a great gun with very nice gun handling and good alpha damage. So you really cannot go wrong with the 50 TP prototype. This is a wonderful heavy tank and it is just so versatile in tier 9. So out of all 4 tanks, this one is probably the best to go for if you don't have any of these 4. After that, really, it is up to you, but probably the Ritter would be next. This tank has great DPM, thanks to just basically very much increased DPM compared to the tech tree version of the Ritter with this 460 alpha gun. You can see an 8-second reload with 3,400 DPM. On top of this, it's an extremely accurate tank with amazing aim time. It's not showing here of course because the tank isn't equipped, but it's also got great camo rating and 10 degrees of gun depression and a fully traversable turret. This tank is so flexible and it is just so nice for a sort of support tank destroyer role. You can even play it like a medium tank if you want to. Next, after that, I'd say go for the M46 Jaguar, just because this tank does actually offer quite a few unique traits. The Batshot Avenir, while it is great thanks to its recent buffs, its gameplay isn't different enough to other tanks in the game. It plays almost identically to the tier 10 Batshot, almost identically to the tier 9 Batshot, and very similar to the AMX 1390. So that's why I'd recommend the Jaguar before the Avenir, just because this tank is actually quite different. It's comparable to a Type 61 or a Leopard, but it just has much faster reload than the Type, better mobility, and compared to the Leopard, it's got the better gun depression. So this tank is actually very unique. Great accuracy, great gun depression, good mobility, just a consistent and very nice medium tank. And the last tank, the Avenir. It's last not because this is a bad tank, but because its gameplay isn't that interesting. This tank does just play like the other French lights in the game, as I did just mention, and that makes it kind of not so unique. It is a very nice vehicle to drive. It does have a few unique traits, such as a faster intra-clip reload and good DPM, but it's not different enough like the Jaguar is or the Ritter is to be really worth picking over these other three tanks, which are really quite interesting to play and special. So that's why I'd say put the Avenir last. But of course, if you do just love light tanks and you only play light tanks, go for this one because it is a really nice one. But yeah, that is it for this clan event. Of course, 4 tanks you can choose from. Make sure to choose the right one, because next year a new tank will come and then you'll have to split choices between that new tank and these previous 4. And of course, don't forget, if you do have gold and you do want to collect these tanks, you are actually able to get 2 of them in this event just for spending 7,200 gold and then doing the missions afterwards to keep earning these steel ingots. So don't forget that, because you can actually get 2 tanks. Not for free, but you can get 2 tanks. But yeah, that is it for this clan event. Thanks for watching.